Hello and welcome to the Happiness Jungle TV show. I am your guest host, CamiBaker.com, and I'm always excited, but today I'm super excited because not only do we have a fabulous guest, but we have a fabulous message and mission, Realtors for Recovery and Karen Kulberg. Karen.
Yes, Cami.
Thank you for
you.
being on the show and for sharing with us how this whole thing got started. Let's talk about you, and then we'll talk about Realtors for Recovery. So feel free to introduce yourself to our audience a little bit.
All right, I'm Karen Kulberg. I live at the seacoast of New Hampshire. I was born in Cambridge, Mass, if you want to go way, way back. My parents moved to New Hampshire when I was 4, and I've been there ever since. I have 2 children, 4 grandchildren, and I'm a realtor, have been for the past, I guess, 15 or 16 years.
Nice. I see the photos of you and your grandkids, and you're just such an outgoing, just wonderful human being.
Thank you.
So 16 years as a real estate agent, and you're not actually an active agent.
Right. I got out of sales probably around 2010 and got into management. So I worked for a company called Carrie & Jampa. It's a fabulous company in the Seacoast, and I was a general manager for 5 years. And then I left them to pursue new opportunities at Better Homes and Gardens, the Mastiello Group. So I started there. It'll be 3 years ago, the 1st of August. And it's been a great move for me. They're a fantastic company. I love working with them. I started off as a sales director for our Hampton office, and then I became regional sales director.
I actually remember your name with the first company you mentioned, now that you mentioned
Carrie & Jampa,
that. Yeah, because as a real estate agent myself for 10, 12 years, I remembered your name, and then about a year and a half ago, you were president of the board.
I was. 2018, I was president of the Seacoast Board of Realtors, which was a fabulous experience.
And Realtor of the Year.
I was Realtor of the Year, yes. And you came and you spoke to our affiliates. So in a Realtor board, we have our Realtors, and then we have our affiliates, who are the, they support the Realtor community. They're lenders, they're title company, they're insurance, all of those people that really hover around us, or sort of like a satellite with the realtors, and we go to them for services that they can provide. And you came and spoke to them about the art of networking and how they can, really maximize their networking time that they're face to face with realtors.
That was so much fun.
That was a lot of fun.
Fun that day. A couple hours together that we spent together, and now here we
are. That was
are.
probably one of the best attended meetings or gatherings like that we've had, at least in my year that I recall.
Nice.
That event like that.
And I think they got a lot out of it too.
Yeah, I do too. Definitely.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, people remember you, and so if I mentioned Cami Baker, they she was the woman that spoke to us at the affiliates networking event. So what we've tried to do for them is we always give them an affiliates appreciation. So typically we'll take them out and we'll wine and dine them and buy them some cocktails and apps. But let's really give them something that will be beneficial and useful. So that's why, and I remember seeing you all over the place on the internet. And I know just the right person that can do this. So.
I remember when we were coordinating everything and you were talking about lunch and budget and all that, and I said, hey, how about if we just give them some coffee and Danish, and instead of feeding their bellies, let's feed their mind.
Exactly. And that's what we did.
It is what we did. Yeah. And here we are.
It was fun because you did little role playing with them, so we broke into small groups and taught all of us. I mean, there are realtors there too, because they saw the value in that. Just how to show up differently, have a different conversation, rather than,
then
the
what
typical,
do you do?
What do you do? What do you do? You just different way of asking questions and connecting with people.
Well, it was my honor to be there. It was a beautiful venue in Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
The Sheridan.
And here we are over a year later, and you are the founder of Realtors for Recovery.
Yeah.
Talk to us a little bit about your journey with that.
So when I finished out my year as Seacoast Board of Realtors, I didn't want that, the connections that I had made through that to sort of, you serve your time and then you kind of move on to something else. Because you're serving the realtor community. And I made a lot of connections, and, so I wanted to take, everything I had learned, the connections that I had built, and kind of take that and build something from it. And I've always been the kind of person who's wanted to give back, whether my kids were, growing up, whether it was scouts or, different groups where we're raising money to give back, PTA and those things. So I really wanted to do something that was going to be giving back to the community. So I reached out to our agents in my Seacoast offices and said, hey, what do you feel strongly about? What causes can we support that we can, do a fundraiser, raise funds, and contribute those funds to an organization, and knowing that it was going to be a lot bigger than just our company. We're really going to reach out to the whole realtor community, the affiliates, neighbors, anyone in the community that wanted to help out. So I asked them, what is it that would be interesting to you, or what is it that you feel passionate about? So I got a few different responses, but overwhelmingly, we in New Hampshire, we are the second leading, or we bounce back and forth between first and second in the nation of opioid overdoses. And
What's
many
the other
people.
state?
Maine and
Really?
a state down south. I don't know. I don't want to,
Yeah.
I don't want to, I don't really know. I think it's Mississippi or Alabama, but I don't know exactly. And so many people that I know have been touched by a substance use disorder. So I was hearing the stories of people say, yeah, this is something that, we feel is a need. What can we do to help? How can we raise funds? And, what can we do? At about the same time, I'm also a Rotarian. Our Rotary District, 7780, was starting to take notice of, our district goes into New Hampshire and Maine, and really taking notice that, New Hampshire, Maine has an issue with overdoses. So the Rotary clubs are very powerful, influential. They're all over the world. It's an international organization. Probably one of the leading service organizations in the world. They were also recognizing that something needed to be done about this crisis. So, Chief Bob McKenzie of the Kennebunk Police Department was doing awareness talks. So he was going to different clubs and trying to build awareness. And then our local Seacoast club said, this is an issue. We need to do more about this. So they began a series of awareness talks. They called it a Recovery with Hope and Dignity. So our local Rotary clubs did some awareness talks. We did some Narcan training. And so I was building my initiative, and they were doing theirs. And I said, well, this would be a great way if we brought the Realtors and Rotarians together. I mean, how powerful is that? That's a huge force to really create some change.
I remember you mentioning to me that one of the really powerful thing about this is that this touches every class of person, every
Absolutely.
income bracket.
Right.
As a matter of fact, it's almost just as prevalent, if not more so, in high income housing because of doctors prescribing, et cetera, et cetera. So it really is a way to.
We're talking about substance use disorder, so it's it's all alcohol, and
anything.
Anything. So alcohol is a huge problem in youth and wherever that tends to lead to. But there's all kinds of reasons why people start using drugs, and so building awareness as to why that happens, how we can help, what we can do for harm reduction. So that's why we had the Narcan training. So I carry a canister of Narcan in my bag. It's almost as important knowing CPR, having that risk reduction device.
For someone like myself who is in recovery, to have someone like you creating a movement like this, and you're not in recovery. Typically it's someone who has had the issue personally and that starts something like this. So I remember when you were talking about doing this, I was like, wow, that's really powerful that you want to take this on, even though it's not necessarily a personal thing.
But I think everybody's touched with it some way or another. I've had family and friends. I don't want to, say names and talk about without people's permission. I haven't received that to do that. But of course, everybody's been affected by this. So back to the reason how this all started. So hearing from my agents on how they had been affected, and this would be a good place to invest our energy into. So just brainstorming, I thought, well, we're realtors and we're in recovery. We'll do Realtors for Recovery. And then I thought, okay, well, what will be our fundraiser? How will we generate funds to pass along to the different organizations? So I love watching TED Talks on YouTube, and I had been to an event recently in Portsmouth where they were doing talks, and there's a lot of focus on sharing stories. That's very beneficial in lots of ways. It creates connection, and we can identify with people through their stories, and just creating that sense of vulnerability that that people can connect to. So I thought, wouldn't it be really neat if we had a TED Talk type event? So you think about different names and things. So Sharing Hope Stories of Recovery was our second name. We had I even forget what the first one was, but this one just seemed so perfect. So that's what that was the event was going to be Sharing Hope Stories of Recovery. We're going to have some speakers come in and talk about their stories, their journey to recovery, and showing that recovery is possible.
And it's actually going to be at a really
nice,
awesome. Really nice
yes.
venue.
Yes,
I wouldn't say black tie, but it's definitely upscale. We're going to dress up. We're going to look nice.
It's cool. It's a Portsmouth really cool.
3S Art Space. Let's just say it.
It's 3S Art Space.
They are collaborating with
you,
and that
they
is
are. They have collaborated with us. They're giving us their space.
Who are some of your other collaborators?
Oh gosh, we have the Masiello Group is our event sponsor.
Thank you, Chris Masiello.
Thank you, Chris Masiello. We have Blue Water Mortgage. I should have brought a list. I'll forget.
Cross Country.
You'll help me. Cross Country Mortgage.
Second Wind
Water Systems. We have a couple of individuals from different organizations. Paula Baxley from Merrill Lynch. I have Ryan Fleming from CMG Finance.
Tim Francis.
We love Tim. Tim, thank you for. I don't want to leave Tim out. Control Digital Marketing. Last time I was on a TV show and I messed up his name. So Tim Francis, Control Digital Marketing. He is creating our website and doing a lot of really cool graphics. Also, I remember Michelle Gregoire from Sierra Designs and Company. She created a fabulous logo and is going to be doing some more graphic design for us.
And there's even local brick and mortar businesses like Victoria's Kitchen. That's going to be a drop-off location. We'll talk about the Drive. Chris Bray at Complexions LLC. These places are going to be a drop-off because leading up to that big, beautiful event, you've done a drive for diapers for Hope on Haven Hill.
We knew this event was going to be in September, and I started this in January. I wanted to build some awareness of what this event is and what we're doing. We just want to come on the scene and say, hey, this is an event, Realtors for Recovery, we've never heard of you. So we really needed to build awareness and get the word out. So in February, we partnered with a whole bunch of realtors and affiliates, individuals, anybody who wanted to get involved, and we actually collected close to 7,000 diapers.
I have a picture. Well, you gave me a picture. This whole room would have been full.
Yeah. And that was for Hope on Haven Hill, their facility in Dover that serve women postpartum or pregnant who are in recovery. Their grand opening, I believe, is July 17th, Abby's Place in Rochester. So that was I get goosebumps thinking about it because it was so much fun and we got so many people on board. We had people calling their neighbors and say, hey, let's meet at my house for a glass of wine, bring a pack of diapers. We had Signature Title that had a dress down day. It's around the time of the Super Bowl, I believe. She said everybody can wear jeans. However, you need to bring in a pack of diapers or some wipes for Hope on Haven Hill. So Monique at Signature Title was fabulous. Robin Baker at Prime Lending she rallied her database and called people and said, this is what we're doing.
The fact is people want to be of service. They want to be a contribution. They want to help. And I know for me, doing all the purpose-driven marketing and cause marketing campaigns, I find people all the time that are business owners who want to do something, but they don't know what to do. So when you actually give them something to sink their teeth into, they will come out of the woodwork to help.
Absolutely.
Which is what's happening with this event.
Oh my gosh! So people
the
are.
recovery community is.
One of our agents in our Portsmouth office connected me with Jasmine Lamontagne. She is a woman in recovery. She is a dynamo. She called me back immediately. Pam asked Jasmine to call me. Within seconds, Jasmine called me back. We connected. She says, "What do you need?" I said, "Well, I need speakers." She goes, "How many?" I said, "I don't know, 7, 10. She goes, "I'll send you names. I got people. They're all going to want to do this." And that's what I find so heartwarming is the people that I've been meeting who are in recovery. They just don't go about their lives. The people that are involved in this event, they're turning around, reaching down, and helping the next person up. And without batting an eyelash, I've had 9 people, 8 speakers, and 1 MC who have said, "We'll be there. What do you need? What do you need? What do you need?"
Kathy Sullivan reached out directly to us
She did,
on Facebook. Chris Sullivan.
Sullivan, yeah. He'll be a speaker. He's a former Patriots football player, and I think he played for a couple of other teams. And, sports injuries are huge and causing people, to start taking opioids, and then the path to addiction, starts there. So, we've got some great folks. We have Scott Plant from Epping, New Hampshire, who's a musician. His gift is to, tell his story through music, to write music that
Can't wait to hear that.
Yeah, he's fantastic. I've seen him perform a couple times. Matt Gagnon, who's a poet, does, I guess you call it rap or flow. And
Ooh, I didn't know that. That sounds cool.
Yeah. So I've seen him perform on the State House, in New Hampshire for rallies. This is what they do. They're just always out there, helping. What do you need? Do you need me to show up here? Can I speak there? They're showing up where they need to be because they know it's going to make a difference in someone else's life. One thing they say may, save the life of another person.
Well, and that's why usually an event like this is started by someone in recovery. So just really kudos to you, because there are hundreds, thousands of organizations and causes and things that need to be addressed. So for you to take this on is really beautiful.
So so we have our speakers. We have
live stream. Live stream.
We're live streaming it the night of the event. We're going to live stream it on Facebook, and people are watching it. We'll have a donate button right there. People will be able to donate as they're watching it. We're selling tickets. It's a 200-seat venue at 3S Art Space. So tickets will be on sale, we're hoping, next week. We've got people, affiliates and other realtors from other companies are now getting on board with us. How can we help? How can we help you get sponsors? How can we help you get silent auction items? So those are things that we're looking for now, those collaboration partners who will sponsor the event. And we're going to give them, they're not just going to sponsor the event and get their logo put on the screen behind the speakers or in our program or on our website. Thanks to you, you've designed and helped us by preparing this for us, a whole package where the sponsors will get 3 emails that they can send. All they do is cut and paste. 3 emails they can send to their database telling them about the event. We're supporting this. Would you support it along with us? This is a time and a date. And so we have 3 emails they can send out to their database leading up to the event. We'll have 3 Facebook posts with their branding on them, individual posts saying, for instance, Blue Water Mortgage is supporting Realtors for Recovery.
All the cross promotion.
And then everybody's going to cross and share and comment. Social media, we all know the power of social media. And this is, just in the past week, I've just seen things ignite and take off. So they get 3 Facebook posts, 3 Instagram posts, and 3 LinkedIn posts.
Purpose-driven marketing in a box.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you collaborate with us. We're going to get this marketing. What do you call it?
Purpose-driven
marketing in a box for any sponsorship level. Of course, the higher levels will get additional exposure as well.
Do some Facebook Lives with them?
I've already gone to a couple of locations people who are collaborating, and I've done some Facebook Lives in front of their office or their shop or store, and then people share, and then
What a great way to
yeah,
get
it's just
organic growth.
It really is.
You know, organic
and
growth.
It's just so, and I talk to everybody that I speak to. Have you heard of Realtors for Recovery? Yes, I have. What's that all about? Well, let me tell you. Or so it's really pretty cool how it's really. It's just kind of taken off.
And we'll be sending out press releases.
Yeah.
If 8 or 10 or 15 of us all send out a press release to the same press outlets,
Right,
they'll be like, my God,
right,
yeah, we
right.
need to have these people on TV like we are now.
And I thank you because Cami, you've helped me through this with your guidance and expertise on how to navigate. I've never done anything like this before. I know you've done events where you've raised lots of money for organizations. Let me just tell who organizations are because I've noticed the clock ticking. So I mentioned Hope on Haven Hill. Also, we're giving funds to SOS Recovery Community Centers.
Let's talk about them for just a minute because we've got the art.
We're doing an art drive for them. We have some drop-off locations. They have an arts and recovery program. So we're going to be collecting art supplies. If anybody wants to be a drop-off, we'll give you a box. We'll give you a sign to put on your box.
And we'll give you a Facebook Live.
And we'll give you a Facebook Live and let you know that you're a drop-off location for SOS Recovery Community Centers. They're opening a new center in Hampton. The original one, I believe, is Dover, but they also have a center in Rochester. Also,
Step Up Parents.
Step Up Parents. We did a gas card drive for Step Up Parents.
Kathy
Terry.
Terry.
And she's working with, oh my gosh, I'm going to have a mind cramp here.
And these are all organizations that we really highly recommend that you look them
website.
up because each one of these organizations does something a little bit different.
Right.
All for the greater good.
Yeah.
So any which way that you want to get involved, bam, they're all right
And
there.
the last one is Safe Harbor in Portsmouth.
There you go.
Another a center where people can go and get support and attend meetings, do activities. SOS, they have programs for parents, for kids, for it's just really whatever you need. They have different protocols and models for people to whatever they need for recovery is there. So,
where do you think you got such a visionary mindset?
I don't know. I always, I never look back. I'm always looking forward. I'm always looking for the next thing. I was president. Okay, what's next? What's next for you? What's my next thing?
What is next?
I don't know. I'm trying to get through this right now.
If other boards in other cities or states around the country wanted to do this, would you help them?
Absolutely. We absolutely. If someone wants to, do something like this, we can certainly, what we've prepared and what going forward. There's a lot of great stuff that is easy to. Well, it's not easy. It's hard work. I mean, we've worked really, really hard on this. But we've done a lot of the hard work. So I'm happy to share our experiences. If there's another real estate company in Mass Yellow Group, we have offices all the way up into Maine. So one of the office in the company may decide that they want to pair with a Rotary Club in Maine. Our Rotary District goes all the way up into Maine. It's pretty. When I noticed the connection that we had with our company, Better Homes and Gardens Mass Yellow Group, and Rotary, and what they're doing, and then I noticed that our footprint and their footprint almost match up identical. I was like, wow, this could really be huge.
What a great way for your realtors to be able to go speak at those Rotary groups because they're always looking for people to speak and to let them know that Realtors for Recovery is partnered with Rotary. Hey, you Rotary folks, I'm a realtor with Realtor. Here's what we're doing. We're looking for art. We're looking, art supplies.
Right.
We're looking for people to buy tickets.
Right.
We're looking for people to just do everything.
Sign an
Spread the
auction.
word. Even if it's just like, comment, and share.
Right.
Even if it's just as simple as
yeah.
that. Because there could be somebody in California or Phoenix or Florida that just sees something that's shared and they do the same thing there. Or
Well,
they reach
I
out
get
to
friend
you.
requests now because of this from people all over the country. It's and commenting on what we're doing. So it really is getting out there. It's really spreading. That's pretty cool.
So in the last couple of minutes of the show, what is something that you really want our viewers to know about Realtors for Recovery, about the mission, about you?
Well, I guess I just want them to know that we're dedicated and putting all of our efforts into making this event as huge as possible. And it is something that I want to continue so that people know, hey, when Realtors for Recovery does an event, whether we're picking the same charities or there's so many worthy organizations, that they will be the first ones when to jump on board and say, wow, they had such awesome success. Look at, and we're really building on the success that we have with the diaper drive and the gas card drive to move this forward. So next year, maybe we'll need a bigger location. Maybe we'll do it at the Portsmouth Music Hall.
Ballroom Casino. I don't know how many
maybe
seats
that's
that
the
is.
third year. I don't know.
Well, one person mentioned to me something about the word sustainable. How do you make this sustainable?
Right.
And the fact is, there's hundreds of organizations that companies can sponsor and give a check to, but when they see the exposure that they get with
this is going to live on the internet forever.
It's going to live on the internet. All the speakers are going to share it. All the logos are going to be seen. When they see that what you're doing is collaborating and you're actually helping them to be seen and be heard, sustainability, like, next year when they're all planning, who are we going to donate to this year? Well, remember that group last year, Realtors for Recovery? Remember how 10,000 people, so it's just fabulous.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
So how can people get in touch with you?
They can get in touch with me at, well, our website should be live very soon, www.realtorsforrecovery.com. In the meantime, you can reach out to me at my email, Karen Kulberg @masscielo.com. And I think my name is on the screen someplace in this show.
Yeah.
We have a Facebook page, Realtors for Recovery. That's a public page. People can search for that and like us there. Share it. Just Google my name, Karen Kulberg. You'll find me. I'm all over the place.
And there will be links all of that where people can, so you can make a donation. If you can't come, if you're not in the New England marketplace and you just want to make a donation, there's always that option too. So
if you want to sponsor, if you want to get that package where we're going to be giving you those great social media tools to promote your business.
Imagine your logo right behind the speaker's head, when they're up there speaking, and literally hundreds of thousands will see it.
3S has a huge screen in the back, so that's what the event sponsors, collaborators will be on that screen. That will live on the internet forever as we're live streaming it. So,
well, Karen, it's been my honor to have you on. Realtors for Recovery it's a beautiful name, it's a beautiful logo, it's a beautiful message. It's visionary, it's thought leading, and you are the ringleader.
Well, thank you. I think we're going to help a lot of people, and everybody gets, even when the speakers speak, they're doing something for themselves. They know this, if they speak, that it keeps them, on track. And for me, just to promote my vision and my desire to help in the world.
So
it's a good thing.
Reach out to Karen if you want more information. Bye-bye, everybody.